Lu Sheng suddenly vanishes, leaving everyone in the combat prep hall staring at empty air. Aonung Turing panics completely, screaming as he tries to understand how Lu Sheng performed such incredible spatial teleportation. Even the veteran level 13 fighter, Haiji Dao, is sweating. He cannot comprehend how a level 12 cultivator silently slipped through the warship's barriers without triggering any alarms. Yet, the main monitors show Lu Sheng calmly floating in the empty void of space outside. The rest of the crew and mercenaries instantly panic as they watch Lu Sheng casually stand in the vacuum of space, ready to face the entire pirate fleet alone. Watching the screen, Haiji Dao finally realizes where Lu Sheng gets his absolute confidence from. The kid's spatial mastery is already on a completely different level. Nearby, Zi Yangshan has no time to think about Lu Sheng's trick. She immediately turns back to desperately plead with the strong fighter, Wu Tian, to change his mind. She begs him to reconsider, knowing that without his incredible strength, their chances of survival are close to zero. Running out of options, she offers him 30% of the voyage's total profits. This finally gets a reaction from Wu Tian, whose eyes light up at the mention of the massive payout. For an elite cargo ship traveling across light years, 30% of the haul means a massive fortune of trillions. Despite the huge sum, Wu Tian quickly calms down and rejects her, admitting that while the money is tempting, the mission is simply impossible. He points out that while this voyage was her way to secure her family's future, none of that matters if they end up dead, and advises her to abandon the ship and cargo. To comfort her, Wu Tian promises to escape with her and help take the blame when they face her family, reassuring her that the consequences won't be as bad as she fears. He reminds her that since their top-tier ship is indestructible, her family can eventually track it down and recover it anyway. Still, Zi Yangshan is devastated as she watches her career and future crumble. She finally accepts reality and leaves to organize the ship's evacuation, while Wu Tian promises to watch the command center in the meantime. But Wu Tian is still highly stressed. Giving up the legendary ship is one thing, but leading a crowd of survivors past 5 ruthless level 13 space pirates is extremely difficult. He turns around, planning to suggest a desperate team-up with Hai Jiadao so they can clear an escape route together. But before he can even speak, Wu Tian is shocked. Staring at the tactical monitors, he spots Lu Sheng in space and realizes this is the level 12 kid Haiji Dao was talking about, with no idea how he silently slipped past their secured hull. He is not the only one staring in awe, as the injured Babaluo and his daughter Masha also watch the screen, unable to look away from Lu Sheng's lone figure. Out in the cold void, Lu Sheng is surrounded by a massive fleet of pirate battleships while the crew on the bridge screams, convinced the kid has lost his mind. Nearby, the enemy commanders on the pirate flagship are amused to see a single defender appear. Laughing at the absurd sight, they order their crew to go easy on him at first so they can slowly torture him. A few of the ordinary pirates try to stay cautious, warning their crewmates that any level 12 who faces a fleet alone must be a dangerous fighter. But the other pirates laugh it off, mockingly asking if this kid is somehow tougher than their 5 level 13 commanders or the armored hull of a great warship. The pirates decide to end the joke, unleashing a massive, coordinated barrage of heavy energy beams directly at him. But Lu Sheng does not even flinch. He calmly stares down the incoming attack, refusing to take a single step back as he prepares to make his move. He calmly steps forward into the storm of incoming pirate lasers, wrapped in a blazing aura. The next instant, the pirate fleet's combined artillery connects directly, completely engulfing him in a massive, blinding explosion. On the flagship, the pilot immediately senses that something is wrong about the impact of the blast. Through the smoke and flames, Lu Sheng emerges completely unharmed, unleashing his stellar law to enter his powerful proto-star form. Seeing him transform into a blazing star, the surrounding pirates watch in absolute horror as their confidence instantly vanishes. Looking down at them like a god of destruction, Lu Sheng prepares to end this fight in a single second. In a flash, a streak of golden light zips through space, effortlessly passing straight through the physical bodies of multiple armed pirates. The surviving pirates spin around in confusion, having no idea how Lu Sheng suddenly got past them to stand right behind their lines. Before they can even raise their weapons, one pirate screams in terror, pointing frantically at his friend's torso. The pirate looks down in confusion, only to realize his midsection is cracking open and splitting apart like shattered glass. Within a split second, the sliced pirates completely disintegrate into cosmic dust, leaving absolutely nothing behind. On the flagship, the helmsman sweats in shock as he watches their vanguard instantly wiped out on his monitor. His eyes widen in terror as he watches Lu Sheng. The youth is just taking a casual walk through space, but his mere presence triggers a catastrophic chain reaction. Just by walking past their heavy battleships, the heat from Liu Shang's protostar form causes them to immediately explode. Back inside the ship, a frantic Zi Yongxian is busy directing her crew to salvage the most valuable cargo and split into 12 escape squads. She knows Wu Tian is right and the ship is a lost cause, but she is desperately trying to minimize the financial blow to her family. Suddenly, she notices one of her crew members, Apton, standing frozen and staring out the window. Furious, she barks at him for slacking off during a crisis. Shaking in shock, Apton stammers an apology, telling her that what he is seeing is incredible and that she needs to look at the screen immediately. Infuriated, Zi Yongxian storms over, demanding to know what could possibly be more important than saving their lives and salvaging the cargo. She is about to lose her temper and scream, but she suddenly freezes when she notices that every single crew member in the hallway is staring silently at the monitors. Looking around, she realizes her entire elite force is frozen with expressions of absolute shock. Confused, she slowly turns her head to look at the viewport herself, desperate to know what has her people so terrified. On the screen, she sees an incredible sight. The entire massive pirate fleet is being systematically torn to shreds by blinding streaks of light. She stares in shock and cries out, demanding to know what kind of power is wiping out their attackers and who this terrifying golden warrior actually is.